He sued the wrong people, and now they're burning his legacy to the ground. What if I told you Drake's own label may have pulled the cord on the leaks, ruining his career? Reference tracks, ghostwriters stepping out of the shadows, unreleased music spilling online, and a disturbing wave of resurfaced tweets accusing him of things that could land anyone else in jail. This isn't coincidence, it's calculated. Let's unravel it. Before we jump in, quick challenge. Drop a comment right now. Do you think the music industry protects its biggest stars or sets them up when they step out of line? Let's get into it. It started slow, just rumors. A ghostwriter here, a leaked reference track there, but suddenly it's an all-out rebellion. Drake's former ghostwriters are done being Caspers. No more hiding in the background while he cashes Grammy checks off their bars. These writers, they're naming names, claiming they wrote entire verses, classic timestamp tracks like 5 a.m. in Toronto, and some are even demanding retroactive credit. And here's the weird part. If everybody uses ghostwriters, where are the reference tracks for Kendrick Lamar, J. Cole, even Travis Scott? Why is Drake the only one constantly getting exposed? The host raises the same question. Why do these leaks only seem to target one artist, unless someone wants it that way? Now, here's where it gets dark. Drake recently filed a lawsuit targeting UMG, allegedly digging into everything from contracts to Kendrick Lamar's personal life. UMG told him, "Stop, let's not go there, Drake." He didn't listen. The case was dismissed, and that's when everything started leaking. Ghostwriters, DMS tweets, even songs from his unreleased album. That timing, not a coincidence. Another creator named Jalopy floated the theory that UMG pressed the red button, meaning they flipped the switch on Drake's protection, turned off the PR machine, let the skeletons out of the closet, and once that button was pressed, there was no going back. We're talking a full-scale behind-the-scenes smear campaign. This isn't just rap beef anymore. It's starting to feel like corporate warfare. Jalopy, another creator in the space, dropped a theory that's gaining traction fast. UMG didn't just get mad, they hit the red button. What's the red button? It's the invisible ghost signal labels use when they want the truth to surface fast. They stop shielding you. PR teams go silent. Old deals get unsealed. The ghostwriters, they're no longer getting that hush money. Producers start leaking reference tracks, conversations, unused hooks. And when that button gets pushed, you don't just lose privacy, you lose the illusion of control. And Drake, he may have unknowingly triggered it by going after UMG in court. They allegedly begged him to stop digging into internal contracts, ghostwriting pipelines, and even Kendrick's personal affairs. But Drake wouldn't stop, so they let the dam break. Now we're watching the flood. Now here's the kicker. Drake's unreleased Iceman album, half of it has leaked online. 6 songs, gone. Not little snippets either, full tracks. And the host doesn't buy that it's a marketing ploy. Why would any artist, especially Drake, voluntarily leak half their album? This isn't a rollout, it's sabotage. Let's talk about Iceman, Drake's rumored next album. It was supposed to be the comeback, the project that proved the critics wrong and reminded fans of the old Drake. But 6, yes 6, full songs have leaked online. And here's where it gets suspicious. These aren't studio throwaways, they're polished, nearly finalized tracks, meaning someone close to the vault, someone with access, is intentionally letting them out. At first, fans assumed Drake was behind it. He's done leak bait before, dropping unreleased music to test what fans love. But this isn't marketing. This feels like a hit job. No artist in their right mind willingly sacrifices a third of their album before launch, especially not someone as strategic as Drake. So who leaked them? Some speculate it's ghostwriters retaliating. Others think it's UMG insiders are slowly exposing him. Either way, it makes one thing clear. This isn't about music anymore. It's about power. And somebody wants Drake disarmed before he even steps back into the arena. One name that's been everywhere lately, Beam, a ghostwriter who was supposed to stay invisible. Drake kept him in the shadows for years. But Kendrick Lamar dropped a bar. If I gotta slap writers that write with you, now people are realizing Beam was the one. Photos of him are ghostly, literally. It's like he didn't exist until this moment, and now he's part of the storm. Let's talk about the real PR nightmare. Old tweets dating back to 2009 are resurfacing. And they're not just weird, they're disturbing. Allegations of inappropriate behavior with underage fans. Mentions of parties at Drake and Tyga's house involving teenagers. Even one fan claiming her mom, who works at a courthouse, heard about Drake's behavior in a small Florida town. All these tweets coming back at once. And no, it's not organic. And it gets darker. Drake allegedly shouted out a Houston strip club, Treasures, on his album. The problem? That club has been linked to human teleporting investigations. Even more disturbing, one woman claims she was nearly recruited into a ring under the guise of appearing in Drake's music video. These aren't just online rumors, they're part of an emerging narrative, and someone is stitching it all together in public. According to the host, UMG wasn't trying to destroy Drake at first. They begged him to stop the lawsuit, allegedly said, let's just keep it business. But Drake pushed harder, kept demanding discovery on Kendrick, kept asking questions about bots, writers, contracts, personal lives. So UMG stepped back and said, all right then, gloves off. Now, the smear campaign is in full swing. Now here's the story. UMG, the very label Drake helped make billions, may have tried to protect him. When Drake filed that lawsuit, they weren't hostile. They pleaded with the court to dismiss it, tried to halt discovery, allegedly begged the judge, this isn't good for anyone. Why? Because they knew the moment documents got unsealed, skeletons would start tumbling out, and they weren't just worried about Drake, they were protecting the brand, the golden boy, the guy who brings in streaming numbers most artists only dream of. But Drake didn't back off. He allegedly wanted dirt on Kendrick, on contracts, even on personal relationships and bots. The deeper he dug, the more irritated UMG got, until one day they just let go. Fine, you want to fight? Then no more gloves. That's when it all flipped. Leaks, scandals, tweets resurfacing like buried landmines. Not random, precision timed. And that red button? It might have been UMG's silent middle finger to the artists they once treated like royalty. Kendrick Lamar fans might remember lyrics that seemed vague at the time. Now they're hitting differently. Meet the Grams, not like us, whacked out murals. Each line seems to predict what's unfolding now. Writers coming forward, beams emerging from the shadows, tweets from over a decade ago coming back with fire. Kendrick wasn't just rapping, he was foreshadowing. Let's take a step back and zoom out. Because while Drake was busy flooding playlists and winning Grammys, Kendrick Lamar was playing chess. And now it looks like every cryptic bar he dropped is coming true. Remember the line? If I gotta slap writers that write with you, at the time, people brushed it off. Just a jab, just bars. But now, writers like Beam are getting named. Ghosts are being dragged into the light. It wasn't metaphor, it was foreshadowing. Another line, Meet the Grams. That track sounded like a dark letter to a troubled father, but now fans are going back and dissecting every word, realizing it might have held coded messages about Drake's character, his family, and even his alleged misconduct. This isn't Kendrick throwing shots. This is Kendrick laying landmines. Time to detonate 1 year, 2 years, even 10 years later. And guess what? They're going off right now. Tweets from 2009, leaks from sessions no one was supposed to hear. Ghostwriters emerging from the void. It's all hitting at once. Drake walked into the battle thinking it was lyrical, but Kendrick, he was orchestrating an industry unraveling. This isn't one scandal. It's death by 1,000 cuts. Leaks, accusations, past behavior reanalyzed in a new light, and every single piece is being timed like clockwork. Even fans are saying, this isn't random. And maybe that's the point, because UMG isn't just letting this happen. They may be orchestrating it. Once you stop making people money, your shield vanishes. Drake might have thought he was untouchable, but when he took on UMG, he threatened the machine that built him. And now, that same machine might be shredding him to pieces, one leak at a time, every ghostwriter exposed, every track leaked, every tweet dragged back from the dead. It all adds up. UMG warned him. He didn't listen. And now the red button's been pressed. The question is, can Drake survive what's coming next? If you're watching this, you've just seen the blueprint of an industry takedown. Comment below, is Drake done, or is this just another phase in his long career? Like, subscribe and stay locked in, because this story is not over yet.